Sign up for free Stratfor Intelligence. Simply enter your email address to receive 2 free reports each week.
On October 11th, Russia's Vladimir Putin went to China on a 2-day visit, bringing with him a 160-member delegation of business leaders. This is Putin's first foreign trip after announcing his intention to run for the Russian presidency. A number of deals were struck during the 2-day visit, roughly amounting to around $7 billion. But the biggest and most important deal, the one concerning Russian natural gas supply to China, is nowhere closer to completion, despite the rhetoric to the contrary. This indicates to us at Stratfor that the relationship between China and Russia, one of fundamental mistrust, has not significantly changed at all. Putin choosing China is not an insignificant choice. It allows him to reassert himself firmly on the world stage, whilst having the eyes of the US and the Europeans firmly planted on him. The trip was really designed to create a perception of China-Russian alliance, one that would allow Moscow greater leverage when talking to the US and the Europeans at a later point, especially as the US is now beginning to focus its attention outside of the Middle East for the first time in 10 years. But in reality, this is a trip that was really designed as nothing more than publicity, because if it was anything different, we would have seen a key natural gas deal, as Russia is looking for additional energy consumers away from the European bloc, while China is looking for more energy suppliers. But this deal did not happen and is unlikely to happen anytime in the near future. The key hang-up here is the disagreement on the price. Moscow is unwilling to subsidise Chinese energy consumption, and at the same time, China is unwilling to pay the prices Russia is wanting for the gas. So even though $7 billion worth of deals did get struck during the 2-day visit, after the Chinese had initially been frozen out of Russia's privatisation and modernisation program, this is really less significant than the perception of the visit itself. From China's view, it doesn't mind playing into this Sino-Russian perception too much either, because it may offer Beijing some reprieve from renewed US focus on the Asia-Pacific region and on China itself. But despite China's public support of Putin, Beijing is increasingly worried about a resurgent Russia, particularly in Central Asia. China has spent the last few years building up its energy assets in the Central Asia region and is growing increasingly concerned a resurgent Russia threatens this. Ultimately, the trip has allowed Beijing to take Moscow's temperature, and at the same time, it has shaped global perceptions of the two countries' relationship going forward.